I'm Owl, and this is my Halloween video, and I'm currently in my Halloween costume. I'm filming this 2 days before Halloween, so I just now got my costume, which I know is probably not a good idea to get it like right before Halloween, but I got it anyways, and I am a unicorn. Yeah, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like. I can't really, but yeah, I have rainbow tights on. Yeah, so that's cool. And yeah, so I'm filming this video, and I think the camera, okay, I've like screwed up somehow. Oh wait, oh okay, hold on, just a second. I have to get something for this to lean on. Oh, right here. Okay, sorry, I like screwed up the camera placing, but yeah. So I look amazing, and I'm dying of heat because it is a very hot costume. But I was going to share some scary stories in this video while I'm wearing my super cool Halloween costume. So I got some candles. Yeah, there's lavender and like apple and French vanilla or something. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the lights. So yeah, I'm gonna read some scary stories. Okay, I got these off of Reddit, and yeah, I got these a few days ago because I planned ahead of time. Okay, and I have 5, but I don't think I'm gonna share all 5 because then this video would be insanely long. So this one is called The Haunted House, and then in square brackets, Halloween 2015 by Provider92. So, this'll be nothing for me, Greg said confidently. I totally said that confidently. Don't worry, I promise you, I'll have you scared by the end of this, Chris retorted. Greg hated Halloween. It was his least favorite holiday, not because he hated the horror aspect in general, but because he had everyone convinced he was fearless when he wasn't, and everybody wants to scare the tough guy. He had been building up this reputation since he changed schools. Greg was known as a wimp in middle school, but his family moved to a new town just before high school, and Greg thought that this would be the perfect time to reinvent himself. Fearless Greg. He had managed to avoid doing anything too nerve-wracking for the first couple of years by making up excuses to get out of horror movies or scary events, building his reputation by word of mouth alone. But this Halloween, his luck had run out, and he stood with his friend Chris at the entrance to a haunted house. Ooh. This festival always has the best haunted house, explained Chris. Greg looked at the dark entrance in awe. He had stalled as long as he could, convincing Chris to look around and get food first, hoping the haunted house would close early, but he wasn't so lucky. Greg was terrified, but he had snagged a metal knife from their meal and left it in his pocket for protection. He knew it was silly and unnecessary, but it calmed him slightly. They stepped in as a pair. As they walked, Greg's fiend confidence slowly became real. The plastic creatures and animatronics were hardly scary, almost humorously bad. The few jump scares from real people were obvious as they approached, leaving Greg unaffected. He was enjoying himself right up until the red-gloved hand came from behind a curtain and grabbed Chris by the hair. Ah, oh, haha, hey, look, they got me, Chris mocked. Greg laughed cautiously. This wasn't as telegraphed as the rest of the house. When a second hand with a blade came out and stabbed Chris in the neck, blood streamed and Chris's eyes rolled back. With no hesitation, Greg screamed and ran. He tore through the house, praying he'd find an exit, but the twists and turns left him discombobulated. Rounding yet another corner, he stopped in his tracks. A man blocked his path. Tall black suit, red gloves, bloodied. A devilish grin, he stepped toward Greg. Greg frenzied and fearing for his life, sprinted at the man, pulling the knife out of his pocket and dug it deep into the man's eye. He dropped in an instant, blood gushing and covering Greg. He had no control anymore. His legs carried him mindlessly until finally he stumbled out through the house exit. Holy shit, Greg, are you all right? Silently, Greg looked up from the ground to see Chris, wiping fake blood from his neck and holding a blade. From here, obviously retractable. Greg looked down at his bloody hands and wept. Yeah, so that one was scary, wasn't it? So scary. I know, I'd choose the scariest scary stories. Okay, This one is called A Picky Eater by Moloque. I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's Moloque. Okay. There was a chubby picky boy who eats only what he likes. One day a devil came to him. He asked him what his wish was. A little chubby boy said, "My mom always calls me a picky eater. I wish I could live a free life eating everything. I wish I could live a free life eating everything I like." Then the I'm an idiot. Then the devil gave him a table full of everything the boy likes. Meat pie, salted caramel, bacon pancakes, rainbow cupcakes, greasy turkey, meatloaf, a mountain of barbecue and greasy steaks with a scoop of butter, potato, and ground beef gratin. Every single bite was so mellow that the chubby boy devoured them all in an instant. "Thank you, mister. It was really great." The stuffed little boy bowed his head and went back to his sweet home. "Mom, I'm home. I already had my dinner." But only silence answered, so the boy sat in the living room and waited for his loving mom after eating all he loves. Yeah, that one was scary too. Okay, and then this is the last one. I'm only going to share 3. I have 5, but the other 2 aren't very good. So this is the last scary story. Cottage Weekend by Boysenbury, which is Boysnbury, in case you're wondering, because that's a very strange name. Rob brings a girl to our... Sorry, I did a weird thing with the scroll thing. Okay. Rob brings a girl to our annual cottage weekend for the first time in 8 years, rounding out our group to an even 6. Initially, we were wary of including someone we didn't quite know, but it isn't too long before she wins us over with her friendly, laid-back personality. And as a bonus, she brought with her salted caramel cupcakes, an after-dinner treat that we devour as we sit around a campfire, exchanging the scariest story we've ever heard. "You go first, new girl," we encouraged. She shakes her head. "I'd actually like to go last if you don't mind. I want to hear all your stories first." Most of the tales are urban legends. Humans can lick too. Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the lights? And several versions of a young couple meeting an unfortunate fate while trapped in a car at the dead of night. Then it's her turn. Honestly, sorry, I lost my place because I scrolled too far. Honestly, stories with blood and gore don't scare me. They're so over the top, so impulsive, that they're more ridiculous than they are frightening. Oh, and plausible. I don't know why I said impulsive. Implausible than they are... I screwed that up so bad. I'm trying to correct myself. Sorry. They're so over the top, so implausible, that they're more ridiculous than they are frightening. What's scary to me are the mindfucks, she continues, tapping her index finger to her temple. The unexpected, the unknown, not ghosts, mind you, or chain-wielding maniacs, but ordinary people like you and I. For example, a stranger spends a weekend at the cottage with her boyfriend and his friends, she says as she holds up her uneaten cupcake, and feeds them some homemade pastries. So yeah, that was my scary stories, my three scary stories. I know how to count. I swear I do. Yeah. So, I think that's all. I don't know. So, yeah. I guess talk about Halloween. It's kind of scary, yeah. Going out as a unicorn, which I already said. Look at how cool it is, though. I'm also going trick-or-treating with some of my friends. And tomorrow, actually, which is the day before Halloween, there's a school dance at my school. Obviously. And so I'm going to that with my friends, and it should be fun. So yeah, Savannah will be making one of these too, and she'll also be making another video. I hope. I don't really know if she will. Hopefully. Let's all hope. But yeah, that's the end of mine, I think. So yeah. Goodbye. Ooh, so scary.